Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new Infinity Nikki review video. They just posted the upcoming double 4-star banner for the mid-season 1.8 patch. We'll be having a look at that today. And, okay, you're gonna be excited for that one. I do have a little bit of a teaser of leaks for the 1.9 5-star. So if you'd like to plan ahead, stay until the end of the video where I talk about that part. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's video. There will be two double 4-stars as usual. The first one we're going to be looking at is a Gossamer Moon Fairy. The main attribute for this set is fresh, and both of these sets will be launching on August 19th at 8. But I think UTC-7 is that American time, I think. So I think it's on Wednesday for us Europeans. I'm not quite sure. Time zones, they still confuse me. I don't know. This outfit does have a whimsicality. Nikki gracefully dances with her fan. With each elegant movement, the celestial osmanthus tree appears, showering petals that drift down like a gentle rain. So I think it's just another... Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think it's another useless one. And maybe it's pretty, but I don't think it's gonna add anything. Also, I think both of these items do have a handheld, and I'm pretty sure, if I should believe the leaks, is that both of these handhelds are not actual items you pull for. Like, it's just something she whips out. Just like how we had the one where she dances with the umbrella, and the umbrella just appears because that's what it did. I don't know. It wasn't an actual item, so I'm expecting that to be the case here too, but I'm not 100% sure. Now let's have a close-up on this set. It is a very traditional outfit, but it goes into the theme of the whole patch. I wish they explained a little bit better where they get their inspiration from and why they chose the things that they did, because the moon bunny is from Chinese folklore. After googling it, the moon rabbit has become to symbolize sacrifice and selflessness because of his actions can be seen on the surface of the full moon. I can assume there's probably a lot more to this. The same is probably going to be for the other 4-star. I am just so... Especially when I review Life Makeover sets and Nikki sets back to back, there's such like a broad difference between how they announce their sets and like how they talk about it, because here they're talking, this is the only like kind of little explanation here that they give about the set, saying her smell bloomed like a flower, yet she loved to change it like the wind, cunning beans and clever hair, seeking, wondering, pausing and moving on, may her art repay these tales persisting through endless ages. I feel like it's very vague. It's not explaining anything, and especially if you have something like Chinese folklore, which is from where this game is from, like it's a Chinese game, wouldn't you want global to know what is up? I don't know, I'm just so disappointed with that, but that's not part of the outfit. So let's see what we have here. I can tell we have a pair of earrings here. I can see the hair is really cute. It's got the little bunny ears on top of it with the moon bunny and all that. And then there is a hair accessory here on both sides, and then the little feather in the back, which makes me wonder, is it going to be one piece? Is it two pieces? Maybe. And there's also a braid here in the hair, which is quite nice. I don't see a necklace. I think the ribbon could be jacket, dress, and then I would assume shoes. And if we don't count the handheld, that would be 6 or 7 items. I feel like we're missing something here. Maybe it is a handheld, because it is really pretty. It's got the bunny on here so you can see its face, and then these are its ears, and then this is the body, and then there's like flames around it with the ribbons that she also has. And then the branches kind of stick out of the fan. Really, really pretty. I really like it. The color is very pastel-y, very light, a lot of pink and yellow. On these sleeves, we see some flowers, some wind. Nothing too crazy on the other pieces of fabric, just a little bit here at the bottom, so it is kind of cute. Then here we have another close-up so we can see the hair accessory a little bit better. I don't know if this front piece with the flower, and then in the back we have the pieces with the feather that go on top of the ears, if that is separate or not. Oh, I can see a bracelet as well. Okay, so that's gonna make 8. That would make more sense. Yeah, you can see here a bracelet. Nothing too crazy. We got the Dutch flag going on. Rood, wit, blauw. Let's go. Gem on the top. I don't know if this is on her ring or is that from the fan. I can't really tell there either. But on the middle of her dress, you can see there's another design with the bunny on there and the pieces of nature. You see the interpretation of nature all over, you know, in the branches, then the leaves, the little flowers, like it's small touches, but I think it does look pretty nice. This is the Evolution. This is Nightlight. It is more of a darker tone. We got blue. You can see the layers a lot better, which is fun to see. But I don't think that this is a jacket because it seems like the sleeves kind of just disappear back into the sleeve of the dress. So maybe it's not separate. You can see the bunnies in the front here a lot better, not being covered. So there are buttons in the front and then two bunnies kind of yin-yang across from each other. I think it's pretty. The hair, classic Nikki pink. The bottom here too. I like it. I think my favorite part is here in the middle on her waist is where it kind of like flares out. But I feel like we're lacking things going on here in the middle of the dress. Like even like a vague pattern would be nice. But at the bottom all we have is just like a little bit of design. But this is quite plain in my opinion, and it does look a little bit clippy or choppy because if we look at this sleeve you can see it's such like a harsh line for all of these, and I'm scared that it's gonna look this choppy in game, especially if you're like walking or jumping around, that the physics are gonna be funky. And it's like kind of nitpicky because I'm not like judging the look of the outfit, but I think it is something to keep in mind. Just like the one that had the birds floating around, I felt like it looked cool until she started walking. And that's like what you're doing most of the time. So the same is here at the bottom. I feel like for both of these pieces here, the like dent is so harsh, like it doesn't look good. I don't know. I'm again nitpicky, I'm sorry for that, but it's just something that caught my eye. I do really like the top, and I love how the sleeves has the gradient and then it has embroidery on top. I would have loved to see either a gradient here more, I don't know if it is or if it's the lighting, but on the dark blue part, you know, a gradient there, or some sort of pastel version of this design on there just to kind of spice it up. And I feel like that would have been better, but whatever. And then here we have a better look at the back. Again, I love the design, having all of these intricate details and then the beads going around. I think the top part is definitely the star of the show. That's probably why they put in all the close-ups for it too. And then this is, I think, the glow up. So she has like a grayish blonde, but it looks more green kind of color. You can see the braids a lot better here too. The hair clips, I like the color for this a lot. We have like a little bit green, a little bit of salmony pink, a little bit of orange here, but very pretty. I don't know why they blurred out the front half of her dress, but yeah, I think it still has that same flower design here as well. So this is our glow. I think it's gonna be like 8 items if I had to guess. I think this version is definitely my favorite. I love the colors of the dress. I want to see this styled, especially the hairpiece. I'm very curious how it will look with different hairstyles as well. So now let's have a look at it in action. All right, let's see it. You can see the hair a lot better here. Oh, wait, what? Did I not notice that before? Look how cute. The hairpiece is like an actual like thing on the back with feathers and all of that jazz. So it looks more of a jacket on top of a dress kind of thing. And I think for the original, you can see a lot better that they're shimmered. Like there's a little bit more going on than it looked like in the pictures. So maybe it's better. Here it doesn't look like the ribbon is attached to the dress, so maybe that is the separate item. Right? Because you can see it floating around, but it's not like in... I guess the picture they posted was clipping. And then here's our glow up, and here's the Evolution again. And then I think they're gonna show the whimsicality soon now, right? So she does a dance. Ooh, she kind of flies with that. Ooh. But yeah, I think this pretty much confirms that the item is not a handheld. It's just something that spawns. I think they did talk about like eventually making all of the fake handhelds actual handhelds, but I don't know, I wouldn't pull for it just because maybe they're gonna do that someday kind of thing, you know? So she takes the fan, just a little twirl, she goes into the air, and then summons the flower, like the moonflower behind her, I think is what it's called. And then the trees on the side. But most of the time, if you kind of like cancel out of doing the whimsicality, everything immediately disappears. But because you can now customize ability outfits, you can style your outfit that you want to take pictures in on this whimsicality, if you get my drift. But it takes a little bit more work, I think. It's not as easy to do, but... Or actually, you can say choose preferred current outfit. Actually, you can do that. Okay, so Don't let that stop you from pulling if you really like the animation, but that was our moon outfit. Our other 4-star outfit is Sword Master. The main attribute for this set is cool. It does come with a whimsicality. Nikki becomes a wandering sword master. In a flash of a lightning, a sharp cold light bursts forth and her sword energy streaks towards the sky. So I think, again, she kind of does like a cool sword thing. And that is just the whimsicality that she does, so we're gonna see that in the video. The main attribute for this being cool definitely also translates in the visuals of this outfit. I think my favorite part so far is either the cool mask, because it reminds me of the dragon or the long, how it also had all of the waves around their face, and also the hairpin being really cool. Hair has bangs and is really long and sleek. I think it's a ponytail on the top. I think we're gonna see a picture of the back, but ponytail on the top. Then on her forehead she has a strap that goes around, and I think the back where it ties has long strings, because you can see it here on the right side at the bottom, and the hair is really long, so write it down. And here you can see her with a sword, which again I don't think is an actual item. Now that I think about it, for both of these sets I have no clue what the shoes look like. So I don't know. They must not be that impressive if you don't want to show the shoes, so I don't know. The skirt for this one I think is really cool. I love that there's the long here at the bottom on the skirt, like it's very straightforward. And there's all of these belts with cool embellishments on there as well. On the extra layer has more texture and more embroidery. There's this big belt that goes around, I think is nice. And on the top we have another shawl. I would assume maybe it's connected, maybe it's not. It'll be cool if it's not, because it kind of drapes around, kind of like a cool cape, and then with gold pieces. It'll be cool if that is like its own thing, and then underneath you can style just a blue dress suit thing, right? And I think these gloves might be connected to it. Let's see. And we also see earrings. So that's earrings, face piece, hair clip, bands, hair, shoes, dress, and if the thing is separate, that's 8. So I think that makes sense. So maybe. Normally they do 8, right? I don't think they do 7 for 4-star sets. So unless they're socks that I don't know about, honestly. Here we have another one on the raft. Oh, we can actually see it. Wait, are they pants? There's pants. I think. Oh, biggest plot twist. Is it? No. What? Okay, this is confusing. I don't know if it's going to be a skirt, or if this is going to be a top that's just really long, and then these are pants underneath. Because look, it's like thick fabric. Then that's no sock. And the shoes are kind of traditional boots with a pointy toe, and they come a little bit higher, and they have that the boot fold that boots sometimes have, you know. Oh, that makes me rethink of what it could be. Well, then I don't think that this is going to be separate, right? Oh, that's a good one. What do you think? That looks pretty though. I guess that makes sense. If you're like jumping around and fighting people with swords, then you don't want to flash someone in the meantime. Could be a good distraction though. So I don't know. That looks cool. I hope this is a top maybe, or maybe this is a top and then this would be a skirt and then it's always connected to there, which I hope not, because if the pants are separate, then it would make a lot more versatility, right? And you can see the gradient a little bit better, and the long is also on both sides. Here we have another close-up. Ooh, finally some good pictures. I'm excited to hear about these. This is the Evolution, which I think is sick. I love it. The red with the, I think, black hair. Or is it green again? Oh, the lighting. I'm gonna say that this is black hair. It looks so cool. She looks so fierce. You can see the mask is kind of like a gradient to it. And it's a little bit see-through because I can see her eyebrow here, or maybe it's just what it looks like. Wow, so cool. I love the flames on her arm here, and I really like how the protective glove, I don't know what to call it, it has like this pointy piece here. I think that's really pretty. Here, the gradient again. I always like to see those in outfits. I love making good gradients. It always elevates the look a lot more. And then the more designs here. I think this one is also very square looking, but I feel like this one is more intentional than the dent that the Moon Bunny had, because this is more of a pleated skirt or whatever you call it at this point. And then you can see the pants underneath as well, having a gradient, and then the shoes. So yeah, I love this. Very, very pretty. Then this is another close-up with the sword as well. I think the makeup helps a lot with like these lenses, but we don't have those. We can see the earring a lot better here. And the face piece. Oh, wow. Yeah, the mask is really cool. The earring has a little dangle to it, and then a flame connected with a chain on both sides here. So that is a better close-up. Also, interestingly enough, I don't know if this is on purpose. Okay, this is again the finer detail, but she's wearing the head strap underneath her hair, and then the one strand goes underneath the embellishment but over the band, and this one goes over. I don't know if that's a clip, but I think it looks cool, so I figured to mention it. And the little teardrop here too is also quite pretty, so wow, very, very nice. And then here she's off to fight. You can see that her hair is a ponytail. It looks green. And here it looks more black, but I think it's dark green. Look at this. The evolution, that might be green after all. And then I think the original is going to be like a really deep blue. So I hate to see a black hair coming. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. I feel like it'd be a bit hard to dye, especially light colors. But very pretty shape. I like that. And then this is, oh, for free. The glow up is green, and I think this is like actually black hair. Black enough hair, I think. That's crazy. So if you pull the hair and you just glow up, then you get this one. Oh, I love it. The mask is silver, very emerald colors. Yeah, I like that. Dude, they have really good glow ups this time. The evolutions are not as cute as the glow up. Look at that with the green. Oh wow, and then the shoes are gray, and then the long at the bottom with the mountains are white. Oh, I really like it. I hope the cape is separate. I hope so. You're in a close-up of the front with all the details. I wish the bunny one had everything going on that this one does. Now let's see it. Yeah, it looks like a deep blue. But if the glow up is free, I'm gonna count that as free. Does it look like the cape is a jacket? That's the biggest question right now. Oh, I think now... They always get me with this. I think the hair that looks brown, that's not black hair. I got too excited again. But the earrings look really cool. Damn it. Ugh, okay, no black hair. Yeah, that's definitely green. I can't unsee it now. But maybe if you layer it with a contrasting color, like dark brown, it will make black hair. Oh, wait. That has a bird instead of the dragon at the skirt. Wait. The evolution has a different bottom. The evolution has like the bird, he doesn't have the dragon. That's so cool. Look at that. Oh, I didn't notice that in the picture. And then this one has the dragon again. Oh, this is the animation. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh. Oh. Well, first impressions for the whimsicality. That is so underwhelming. I thought she was gonna do some Jedi jumps around and then like shing or something like that, but that doesn't look as exciting. I don't think she even stays elevated, because here she goes back down, but this sword stays. I don't know what that is supposed to mean. That is very underwhelming. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, because the umbrella one had like a whole dance with almost a mini game included, which lasted like almost way too long. But I feel like this is really short. She summons the sword, she jumps up, and that's it. And I think if you're gonna take close-ups, you're not gonna see half of these swords. So I would say the bunny one is better. But this outfit is cooler. Like, this is gonna be blurred into the background if you take a close-up like that. I'm not impressed with that. I like the sword. If it was a handheld, I think a lot of people would pull for it if it was just an item. I like the way that it glows though. Like, it looks cool, but the placement is off. Maybe it's just the video. I'm just trying to be realistic about it. And then lastly, for the ones who want to save, I have some updates on the 1.9 5-star. It is rumored to be a European style set, with this sketch being an idea of what we can expect for the next 5-star. And let me tell you, when I say this is so my style, I really would love this. So fingers crossed we're gonna get a European style. It is kind of in text leaks been discussed that European style is going to be for the next couple of patches. So I will definitely be saving, but a big ball gown with the big color and the dramatic hair is something I really want. So if that's something you prefer, either way I recommend waiting until the end of 1.8 to see what we get in 1.9 before you pull on these 2 4-stars we talked about today, or even the 2 5-stars that are currently going on, because you just don't want to spend gems and then regret it. So I'm just saying, hold off if you like whatever the vibe this is. I'll be back with you with new reviews. I will be skipping both of these, so no pool video from me on this one. Again, I really want to save in case I get like the next 5-star. I normally don't pull 5 stars back to back, but the picture, the drawing looked very promising, and that's something I really prefer. And again, I feel like the highlight for these 2 4-star sets would have been the handheld. I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking, okay? So hopefully Info will finally take notes and give people handhelds that they asked for, because that will just make it a lot more fun. I don't know why they don't, but whatever. Let me know, are you pulling, are you skipping? Don't forget to subscribe for upcoming Nikki review videos, because the 1.9 is only 2.5 weeks away, something like that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!